well. I'm not there. Okay. All right, team, we'll do lots of warming up today just to make sure you guys are really mobile, and then we'll talk through the workout. And I'll give a few variations to the exercises because some of you might find one or two of them a little bit challenging, but that's fine. I'll give you the easier and the harder versions. And Radic will probably do the hard ones, even though he shouldn't be, but that's okay. And fast. We'll stroke his ego a little bit. Yeah. All right, so just as a warm-up, guys, to kick it off, just warm up to start with just 20 normal bodyweight squats and just build into the range as you go. So the first few can be really shallow and then eventually work through deeper. So try and just do 20 of these, guys, in your own time. There's no big rush for these. Again, Julie, I don't know what this is. Why don't you join in with the squats, Julie? You could multitask. You're a woman. So Fan, because I've lost count of what I'm doing already, I'm just going to go until Radic stops. 20. Really? I don't know if I believe you at all. It is. All right, and we're going to just try and get your hips and everything a little bit more warm as well. So we're going to just bring the knee up to the center and then pull it out to the side and then back down. And we're just going to alternate side to side. How many? Just until I say Radic. Stop being so annoying. Or until I stop. Until Radic stops, yeah. We're just trying to basically warm up the muscles all through our inner thigh, make sure our butt muscles are working too, because we're going to be doing quite a few lunges today. And all those muscles help keep your knee in the right place. Okay, now what we're going to do is I just want you just slowly to just kick heels towards your butt. Don't worry about how high they go. Just try and activate the back of those hamstrings a bit more.
Can you kick your butt? Wow.
Can you not do that?
I don't know.
No. Maybe it's because your legs are so long.
There's too much meat.
There's too tight. Or your quads maybe even. Maybe your quads don't give you the range of movement. Who knows? That's okay. You're still handsome.
Probably my trainer or something.
Probably. He sounds like he used to sit here. All right, guys. So what we're going to do from here is we're just going to warm up our chest and shoulders a little bit. Probably just for the sake of not wearing yourself out too much, just do some wall press-ups rather than doing press-ups on the ground. So, for example, I look really weird doing it like Radic is right now. It looks like it's actually a good view. It looks like he's getting searched at customs, eh? So, just against the wall, you just basically want to just go a little, just until your face is close to the wall, just pushing back. I'm going to get you guys just to work through about 20 at your own pace. And so Radic, what I'll get you to do, bring your hands a little bit lower down. Yeah. No, not your knee. No, hands. I thought you said knee. I couldn't understand you.
No.
The search position is actually different. I've done it before. I do a bit more.
Awesome, team. So once you've done your 20, what I'll get you guys to do is just do a little bit of just light circles with your arms. Some people might only be able to go out to here. Some people, if your shoulders are in good condition, might be able to come all the way up. But let's just move them around a bit, get everything free. Nice.
You might want to step away from the wall.
I don't know, Radic. My arms are only like normal length. No, I'm not a giant like you. And then we'll go other side. If you've only just started doing these, just spend a little bit of time on one side before moving to the other. And if it's a little bit clicky or anything, don't worry too much. Just make sure you don't go too crazy.
Just don't listen to it.
Just don't listen to it.
Turn on the volume.
Okay, and then last thing we'll do just to warm up is we're just going to open up our chest. Just make sure if you are doing it with someone at home, you're not smashing them in the face.
Hey, Julia, you might not want to do this with your scrambled eggs and your hands, just put it down.
Nice, team. Just a few more seconds. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm going to just talk you through what actually is happening in terms of the main exercises we're going to be doing, and I'll give you a few variations if they are either too easy or too challenging. So the first exercise we'll be doing is called a polar press, which, to be honest, many of you may not have done before. It's an exercise in like, the zoo training that I've done in the past. But what it basically is, it's a bodyweight version of a shoulder press. So it's really dominant on your shoulders, and I'll show you how to do it. So basically, you're going to be in like a press-up position, but with your bum poking up in the air. So your hips look like you're in a tent position. So from here, bum's nice and high in the air, and what you're aiming to do is look between your legs and very slowly come down to your head touching the ground, and then pushing back up. It's probably harder than it looks, and you do look a little bit funny doing it. So if you have trouble, there's two things you can do to make this exercise easier. One is not go down quite as low, and if that's too much, just swap it out for a normal press up, and that can be on your knees or toes. So the hardest version will be this. The easier version will be just going down halfway, and then the easiest version will be either on the knees or on the toes, doing a press up. So that's our first main exercise. The second is going to be lunges. Now, Rick always asks, how many are you doing? And I say, we're doing this amount on each leg. And he says, so you mean double? Yes, we're going to be doing 21 lunges, but that's going to be 21 on each leg. So that's 42. So with the lunges, the best way to probably do it is to alternate. So just going down, stepping back into your lunge rather than forward, and working through 42 steps. If you want to make it harder, stay in one position, do all 21 on one side, and then change over and do all 21 on the other. That just means the muscles aren't getting as much of rest, and they'll have a little bit of a harder time doing it. The last exercise for our rotating exercises are gym sits. So gymnastic sit-ups. Basically, your normal sit-up is from here up, but a gymnastic sit-up, either with straight legs or slightly bent. You're going to come up, reach. They're also called jackknives. It's another name you know. Now, if that's really hard, what you can do is you can do two things. You can put hands underneath your pelvis if you're getting any pain in your lower back, and you can come up and just do a small crunch, and then go back down. And the other option would be, instead of starting with straight legs, like I said, you can start with bent knees, and that be your core extension, and that should take some of the pressure out of your lower back if you can't hold your core in place while doing it. But basically, from here, knees up, reach, down. So that's your gymnastic sit-up. Now, those are the three main exercises we're doing. Other exercises that are going to come into it are going to be burpees, which you can do a variation that you're comfortable with. So either full chest to ground, or just a kick-out burpee to make it easier. Or the easiest version will be a stepping out burpee. So down, step out, step in, and up. You've got jumping squats. So jump squats are basically just working through. If that's too much, just do a normal squat without the jump. And the last exercise, which I don't know how many of you guys would have done, are frog squats. Does Reddick know what frog squats are?
Froggies.
Froggies. Nice.
Wow.
Look at that. They look real funny, but they'll have a massive effect on how tired your quads get. They'll get really worked up really quickly.
Froggy.
So, yeah. It's pretty good, dude. Yeah. But just get as much extension as you can. You probably won't be able to go straight knees, which is fine, because you will feel a little bit of tightness in the back of your hamstrings. But just work to the range you can work to. Okay. All right, team. Let's go. You guys ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
All right. So, first exercise that we're going to hit out is going to be your polar press. Remember, that's like your shoulder press version or a press up. You have to work through 21 in your own time, okay? So start this off in 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it, guys. So a good trick for this is try and make sure you look through your legs so that you're not reaching your face down, but the top of your head is touching, and that's going to keep it more on your shoulders. And these should be pretty hard, so split these up. Doing 21 in a row will be pretty challenging.
I'm assuming.
Unless you're erratic, apparently. Did you just do 21 actually? Yeah. I don't believe it, but that's okay.
You can rewind it after.
I don't think you did. Maybe you did. Nice.
Straight lunges.
Now, and if those shoulders get pinchy at all, just stop them out for a moment for a second. Oh, awesome. All right. Once you've done that, team, and don't worry if you're still working through, but once you've done, you're doing your lunges. So obviously, Reddick and Anne are doing all 21 on one side, and then you're going to change over and do all 21 on the other. I'm just going to look at all you guys on that side. Nice work. Look at that range of movement, guys. You guys are smashing it. Those lunges look good. Everyone say, I love lunges. I'm surprised anyone said that. Nice work, guys. It's great to see Rod Reddick concentrating so much. His form's very good today. We must have harassed him too much last week. 21. Nice. Okay. Jackknives. Yeah, jackknives or gym sits, depending on what you want to call them.
You prefer front view, side view, or what do you want?
Don't know, does everyone want to see up Reddick shorts, or would you rather see it on the side? All right. Good work, team. It's good because you can see both Anne and Reddick doing it from both different angles. A good thing to remember is if you lead with your legs, so start and finish the movement with your legs, you won't rock around on your back too much. You're looking really good. Nice work, team. You're done with those lunges as well, guys. Perfect. Julia looks super comfortable. She is having so much fun eating her breakfast.
Julia's on Thursday, guys.
She's conserving all of her energy
and her sourdough.
so she can give it to you guys.
All right, am I allowed to go to burpees?
So we're just going to wait because we're a team, Reddit. So just chill out for a second.
Well, someone has to be a winner.
Someone has to be a winner. It's not always a race to the finish line, Reddit. Go on. It's kind of is. Let's work, eh? Come on.
Burpees to do.
Exactly. One thing I have made Reddit do a lot in the past is make him do these exercises. So he's actually quite proficient at gym sits. So if it looks like he's doing really well, he actually is. Don't give him too much of a hard time. Yeah, he's not cheating too much. Awesome, team. So the next thing we're going to do to finish the round off is work through 20 burpees. Now remember, if you struggle with burpees, you can do the easier version without the press up in it. If you want to make it hard, like Reddick does, he's going to do a full burpee to the ground. So I'll let you guys do it at your own pace. But when you finish your lunges and gym sits, work through 20 of these, guys. All right, here we go. Nice. Everyone's looking great. Nice done. Good, team. Now remember, if you get a little bit busy, potentially, because some people do, just take a few seconds, have some rest, make sure you're not like making that dizziness worse. If you're feeling good, just keep powering through, make those lungs work hard on these burpees. Yeah, I'm missing out with these burpees.
And run one. Whoa.
This has got me inspired. I thought I'd throw down a little cheeky mix of my own right now to celebrate and pay tribute to one of the greatest house producers of all time. Right, challenge me.
Ryan's is doing great. I'll let everyone work through. Have some water if you're done. People that are still working through, just work through. 30 or 40 more seconds before we start working into the next round. Oh, halfway through. We're not almost halfway through, but we're not too far.
Not too far off.
We're 1/3 of the way through. Everyone's doing great though. Really impressed. Have a few seconds, team. Make sure you get some water in. Make sure you're feeling good. And what we're going to do is we're going to work through our second round, which is the same 3 exercises: your polar press, lunges, and gym sits, or gymnastic sit-ups. And we're going to do 15 reps on all 3 of these exercises. So I'll count you in. We'll start it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Power through, guys. So polar press. Remember, take this slow. Make sure you're coming down, touching the top of your head, taking your time. Nice. And remember, guys, if this is starting to get a little bit hard to hold the technique, just have a pause, have a rest for a few seconds before pushing through into your next reps. Some people might want to stop at around about 8 or 9 reps, have a pause, and then work through the rest. Okay. All right, guys, you guys both done. Lunges, awesome, awesome. I'll try to go a little bit slower on the side, just really focus on that knee and toe. The outside edge you go through just a little bit. Nice. Nice. As you guys are working through this, if you notice that your knee is falling in to your center as you're doing your lunge, it means your butt's not working. So try and keep your hips, knee, and toe all lined up as you work through the reps. Nicely done. Everyone's looking good. Nice work, Jen. Aaron through. Looking good. Okay, so gym sits and next. Just remember, take these slow enough to where you can just keep the form really good. If you're getting pain in your lower back, slow it down to start. See if that can mean you can hold your core a little bit tighter. Or just don't extend your feet quite as far out as you're doing it. Nice. Redick and Anna playing footsies. How unprofessional. Jesus Christ. Nice. Good work. Try to lead with your knees first and then come up. It'll make it a little bit easier as well. Sometimes if you come up both at the same time, you'll rock and tip. So bring your knees all into your chest before you do the crunch. Yeah, nice. Looking good. So Redick doesn't want to wait for anyone because he's not a team player. Look at this. What is this? Stop, don't go yet. They will recover. No, it's part of a round. Well, it is part of a round, but you know, we've got to do this as a team. Everyone's got to do it together. It's okay. We'll do some tutorial on gymnastic sit-ups because there's a few tips that do make them easier. All right, so team, if you're still working through, keep working through, but this time, instead of doing burpees, we're not doing burpees, we're doing jump squats. So, you have to work through this time 40 jumping squats. If the jump's not a go for you because of an injury or whatever, that's fine, just do a normal squat. But if you can jump, jump. So here we go, I'm going to count you guys in. We're going to go 40 jumping squats in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go for it, team. Nice. I know it's hard, but try and get as much range into it as you can and try and land as soft as you can as well. So there's no jarring on the knees and hips and ankles, it's all smooth. Looking good, team. So remember, 40 is the total. Let's see how we go. Nice. Nice work. Try and keep those knees wide. Don't let them fall in at the change of direction. Hang on. Smashing it, team. If you need to split it because your lungs are just out of it, just have a rest if you need to.
Whoa!
Looking good, team.
Whoa!
At this point, if you have finished, rest. Because you're going to need to, because your lungs and your heart rate will be going through the roof. Nice work. If you've had to split it up, don't worry. Have a quick breather. Finish the reps off. But if you're finished, just have some water, have some rest. And then in about a minute's time, we'll go into the last round, which is round 3. And just for people, I saw a few people jumping the gun and trying to do burpees again, probably because they didn't know what was after those 3 exercises. But for the last one, remember, once you've done 9 reps of the next 3 exercises, you're going to be doing frog squats, which remember are these ones here. Froggies. So no burpees, no jumping squats, just frog squats. But they're a nasty little mistress, these ones. They're going to make your quads feel like they're on fire. So you may have to break it into chunks to get through that last exercise of the workout. All right, team, but we're going into our last round, which is only 9 reps, okay? So 9 reps total. We're going to work through polar press to start, then lunges on each leg, and then we're going to do our gymnastic sit-ups followed by frog squats and 60 frog squats. So let's start this off. Polar press in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go for it, team. Nicely done. Very right. And remember, it's completely fine to still split these up if you need to split the reps up to keep form. Otherwise, just keep powering through. Good, team. Nice work. So once you've finished those lunges, you're working through those gymnastic sit-ups. Believe it or not, the slower you go with these, the harder they are. So the more you have to balance and hold that core in tight for a longer period of time, you need to get more out of them. So don't feel the need to rush these at all. Go slow. I bring your knees a little bit closer towards your chest stand, and that'll make it a little bit easier. Oh, nice. Looking good, team. Everyone's powering through these. Okay, team. Now, Brandon wants to go straight away. We're just going to slow him down a bit. Calm down. It's going to be at least a minute. It's going to take you at least a minute. All right, team. If everyone's finished off those exercises, have a few big breaths, and then we're going to start into frog squats. So what you can do is you can put your forearms on your knees to make them easier if you want, or if you want to make them harder, tuck your elbows inside your knees so that you're not getting any support. But basically, you're just going to work through at a pace that feels good for you. So start them off, team, 60 of these. 6-0. So 6-0. Work it through, team.
Are you going to count it or we go? Or listen?
Go. Biggest thing for you is trying to get a little bit more extension. We're trying to tip as far forward as you can. It's actually going to mobilize the back of your hamstrings. It's like half workout, half stretching almost. It'll help build a little bit of flexibility in the back of your legs too. Now, most people will probably be able to get to about 20 before the burn really starts to build up.
Most people.
I'm not nice work.
You represent most people. 20. You've got a little breathing, guys. Stretch it out. There's no shame.
No, there's not.
Properly taking your time.
It's okay. If Reddick did all of them in a minute, I would have made him do them again. So it's fine. 40. Look at that. Anne's an endurance machine. Nice work, team. I'm missing out.
on. Have a breather if you need to. Wipe that sweat off your face.
I won the round. Woo!
There's no shame in coming in second doing it properly.
Nice. No. So for all intents and purposes, and Bet Reddit, everyone make sure you note that down.
How many more you got left?
Thank you.
Actually get an extension. That's it. Nice.
Push the knees out.
Look at that. Team, if you have done all of them, you have finished all you have to do from a workout point of view. So just have some water, have a rest. You may even just want to start stretching out your quads because they're going to be the one muscle group that's probably feeling the worst right now.
Wow.
We're just going to go get some water, have a little nap, and then come back.
Most people are finished by now, so.
Awesome team. Oh, really good work. That was really, really good to see everyone working so hard and having such good technique while doing it. So the main thing for now, we're just going to spend about 5 minutes doing some stretching because it is important. And we're going to work, like we said, to start off with our quads like Anne's doing. You can always hold on to something for balance if you need to. And just in terms of where you're pulling back to, will change a little bit where the stretch is on the front of your leg. So if you're same arm, same leg, that'll have an effect. If you go opposite arm, opposite leg, that'll push the stretch into a slightly different space. So just work both sides, and then you can change it and do it again with a different variation as well.
Wow. Yeah, me neither. You just invented it today.
Yeah, so like Reddit thinks, I make everything up. Nothing's based on fact or training. Oh my gosh, Reddit, your balance is really bad today.
We're good.
We're good. We've got it.
Also the people.
It's good.
This is how it is in real life, bro.
It's true. There's no filters on this team.
You're reading about it in the books. We do this in the streets.
In the streets. Yeah. And probably a lot of you have got like ideas around stretching and just follow your own things that work for you as well.
And you can also rub your tummy while doing it.
You can rub your tummy while doing it.
Have you ever tried this thing when you're doing these things together? You're rubbing your head as well. It's hard.
Oh gosh, I'm not very good at that. I keep forgetting you're putting this online. Everyone's going to be like, who's this idiot trying to take this class? Gosh.
Everyone, this is Liam Wilkinson, who runs his own company called TOMFIT.
Who would have thought he's been doing this for 10 years? Jesus. Who would have thought he would have been better?
He doesn't know how to rub his heavy and tap his head at the same time.
Awesome. So a few other things you're probably going to want to do. Your shoulders might be tight, but also your chest. So you can work up against like a wall or a door frame and basically just try and put your hand behind and above your shoulder and rotate away. And that's going to give you a good stretch through your chest. Great for any of you doing a glute stretch, which is fantastic because most people have relatively tight glutes or butt cheeks. The thing you remember as well when you're stretching is quite often you're just putting your muscle under tension and people forget to breathe, and then nothing's actually happening. So you need to breathe out and try and relax into it as much as possible. The whole point of a stretch is to get your muscle that maybe shortened a little bit to relax out and lengthen. So focus on your breathing while you're doing it, and it'll make a really big difference in how much benefit you get out of it. Really tight. I thought I was really loose, I'm not. I'm really tight.
In your butt cheeks or where?
Not in my butt cheeks, no.
Your butt cheeks
Actually,
are.
probably, to be honest, they probably are. I haven't stretched my butt yet.
Your butt cheeks are. I mean, your shoulders are tight, bro. You're doing it wrong.
I'm doing it wrong. What we'll do, team, we'll do like Anne was doing the glute stretch. We'll do the same thing. So you can either lie on the ground and bring your knee towards your opposite shoulder, or what she did, which was lying on the ground, bringing a leg over the top, and pulling it towards your body, however you need to. Yeah. And one of the more effective ones is doing it lying down, because you can control how much stretch you have by how much you pull just with your body.
Also on the way, 45 rollers, which I think is a less attractive run for the junglers. Then some kick cutting, using the stay enough. Don't worry, we got some.
Right, so everyone will probably have one side a little bit tighter than the other. So there are other things you can do if you want to continue going through a bit of stretching. You can stretch your core like we did last week, where you're lying on the ground and pushing up. You can do any other thing that you need to do for you, because everyone's going to have individual things that they're already tight. So use this as an opportunity to loosen them all off. I don't know what Reddick's doing. He's doing something. I'm just going to fix him doing this, and then we'll let everyone go afterwards. Bring back a little bit. All right, team. Well, I'll let you guys keep going. If you need to do some more stretching, make the time and do it. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining in, and I'll probably see most of you hopefully next week in the gym.
Monday.
Yeah.
And tomorrow we got Desi. Thursday we got Julia. Friday we got amazing Sparks, and Saturday as a surprise, Mr. Gagan.
Oh,
And they'll wrap us up, and Monday we'll see you all at the gym. So have a great day, guys. Thank you.
Talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.